Hello everybody and welcome back. As always, I am Mateo311 and this is your channel for everything VR related. So today, I'm going to be going over everything that was announced at MetaConnect, breaking it down for you guys, and I'll even have a few hands-on impressions from the people there. They were lucky enough to send me some clips. But you might be wondering why I'm not there. I said I was going to MetaConnect and instead I'm home in my studio. Well, unfortunately, I had a little bit of a medical incident, which I will explain to you guys, but if you have no interest in that, you don't care about my health, there are links and timestamps so you could skip right ahead. But for everyone who is interested, let me break down that story. Now, I can't say for sure why exactly this happened just yet, but if you've been following the channel, you'd know that I traveled an insane amount in the last 3 months, and I've been running myself completely ragged. I was actually already traveling with a group of fellow content creators, going from one major VR event over to Connect, and when we got to the airport, it looks like I experienced an AFib cardiac event. So my heart started randomly racing, and my watch detected that I was an AFib, and then I could feel like my eyesight kind of closing in. I knew I was getting close to passing out, and I just had to lay down in the airport. Definitely not an ideal circumstance. Pretty scary. I broke out into a full sweat. Luckily, I did have those fellow content creators there with me. Big love to those guys. Techman, J Brad, Otter, Bridger. You guys were there. Todd from Q2C. Thank you guys for being there. Staying by my side. So that meant a lot to me. You guys feel like family. Not getting emotional here, but just, big thank you to you guys. But EMTs came out. They checked me like 15 minutes later. My heart had returned to normal. Mostly I was shooken up. Didn't feel, normal, but felt okay to return to normal activities. And I quickly diverted my flight home. So I wasn't going to MetaConnect, not knowing if I might croak at any moment. I'm currently undergoing a battery of tests to see if this is a one-off event. Like I said, I've been running myself so ragged. Oddly, I lost 6 pounds this week during our VR event, and the most common cause of AFib is just dehydration. So we're hoping it's nothing big. I do get checked out often. I'm a very active person. This was a shock to me. Definitely freaked me out, and I just wanted to be home with my family. So I'm home, but I'm still covering Connect for you guys. So let's get into that. So basically, we could break down Connect into 3 major announcements. The first one we all knew was coming, and that's the Quest 3S, but there are a few additional surprises here that I'll get into. Then Meta is also really pushing into AI features, and finally, we have some more Ray-Ban Meta products. So let's focus on that Quest 3S for a moment. Like I said, not a lot of surprises. It seems like every leak was true, and all the information that came out. It's got an amazing $299 price tag. That's pretty much insane. So cheap to get into VR right now. And if you don't want to shell out $300 immediately, just a reminder, they have their Play First, Pay Later program. You could get a Quest 3S for $20 a month. That's nutty. But to make it even better, like so much more amazing, they're now bundling headsets with Batman. Batman Arkham Shadow. The game is incredible. I tried it at actual Camouflage Studio back in Seattle 2 months ago. It blew me away. I thought it was an absolutely amazing game. Getting a Quest 3S is probably worth it just for that game. Now, the Quest 3S also has the old school Fresnel lens. Not ideal, but I get it. Old school Fresnel lens, which just won't give you that amazing edge-to-edge clarity you get from the Quest 3. And additionally, the resolution panels are a little bit lower. Just a little bit lower. So they basically tiered it as the Quest 3S is your light entry into VR right now, and the Quest 3 is for enthusiasts. And I'm cool with that. It's a nice comparison. It's really great to get people in for cheap. There's so much you could do in VR on a Quest. It's an absolutely fantastic device. Like, kind of unbeatable. But again, no real surprises here besides the Batman bundle, which is fantastic. But I knew about that for a long time, and I've been sitting on that information. I've been dying to talk about that. But moving on to the next announcements, we have some major updates to Meta's AI. Now, I know AI is one of these ridiculous industry buzzwords right now. They're trying to integrate it into everything from your coffee machine to your toilet bowl. But when it comes to Meta, there are some really cool use cases. They didn't showcase any ridiculous Snoop Dogg Dungeon Master this time. Instead, they talked about how vocally interfacing with Meta's AI is just going to be a lot more advanced. It's going to seem a lot more human, a lot more responsive. And they showed off a couple samples. I'll include one here.
When is the next total solar eclipse?
Let me think. The next total solar eclipse is on August 12th, 2026, and will be visible from Greenland, Iceland, Spain, Russia, and a small area of Portugal.
Additionally, the Meta AI is just going to be a lot better at image interpretation and even give you the ability to edit images. So if you ask it what you're looking at, it should really know what it's looking at. And if you ask it to make changes to an image, it should be capable. Now, we've all seen AI image generation, love it or hate it, not getting into that conversation. But, you know, it's cool to see these features. And I'll give you an example of like just the current Ray-Bans in the very early state of Meta AI, like some minor functionality I was able to do that I found cool and useful. So basically, I was looking at my dog and I said, "Hey Meta, what am I looking at?" And it said, "You're looking at a dog in front of flowers." I said, "What type of dog is this?" And it correctly identified my dog as an Australian Shepherd dog. Very cool. Then I asked the age, where it went off. Now, if you're concerned about security, safety, image identification, it will not do this for any type of human. So it's not going to do any genetic tracking, race tracking, image identification, like who is that person? Can you tell me? It's not going to do it when it comes to people. They're obviously talking about safety concerns, which is going to be a big deal in the future. And there's also going to be like cool other features that soon we could use, like instant translation. So you look at a sign in another country and say, "Hey Meta, what does that say?" And it'll say, "Oh, that translates to blah, blah, blah." So very cool functionality. The future of like wearables, this is a big aspect to it. Can't wait to see this develop more. But when it comes to my main factor, gaming, yeah, it's not a big impact yet. Now, we have seen AI used in games. Genghis VR loves to add it into Fallout and Skyrim and then just do wacky stuff, but that's definitely not what Meta's AI is focusing on. They're expanding their integration functionality, so it's not just Spotify, now it's Amazon Music, Audible, and hopefully they'll add more and more apps over time. They also have a wider range of transition lenses available now, something that was actually in really high demand. If you wanted these glasses with transition lenses, they were hard to get in the beginning, and now there's a larger variation in like how much they transition. So if you're looking for more glasses, more sunglasses, whatever the case may be, very solid options there. I'm excited. Unfortunately, no big announcements like GTA, guys. We knew that wasn't happening. This wasn't like super gaming centered. Obviously, this wasn't a gaming event, but I like the future where Meta is bringing VR. I always talk about how they want to bring it more towards wearables, and they're showing how they're making the technology cheap. Quest 3S with all its functionality at $300 is insane. The AI functionality is really ideal for wearables. Like I said, I've gone on vacation so much lately. I wear my glasses. I answer all my phone calls on them. I reply to text messages. I use it for navigation. So I think it's a very worthy wearable. And again, they're adding more features in to make it more robust. So I think the direction they want for the future is being solidified. Like this just showcases it's being solidified. Last up, we have a bunch of updates on the Ray-Ban Meta sunglasses. A lot of this does tie into some of the AI stuff I spoke about, and they're also just trying to like help sell the fact that this is a really solid wearable, that you could do things like put on your sunglasses, go for a run, and use them to listen to music, or get your notifications while you're just out and about, or sit back, have a cup of coffee, and listen to an audiobook. Now, in that respect, I'm 100% with them. Last year, I got my Ray-Ban Metas, and I'll be honest with you, like at first when they were announced, I was like, I'd never use those. And then when they were showcased to me at an event, I was like, all right, I want these. And then when I got them, I loved them. I used them for all those features. And now the new stuff that's coming is going to be a lot more in tune with their AI. Basically, instead of just taking a picture and asking for information on the picture, soon it will just do like active recording. So when you're looking around, you can continually keep asking questions. It's going to have those live translations in the future, like I said. Now, I am going to jump over to some first impressions from some fellow content creators that did actually make it to MetaConnect, that didn't suffer from a cardiac event. And I just asked them, just send me some clips, tell me what you liked, tell me what was exciting. So let's get into that, guys. And thanks to the creators for sending these in.
Jbrat here, just checked out the Quest 3S. Surprisingly good experience, super smooth, games ran well. The new ones, even the ones like Batman, they're for the Quest 3. It's clearly a headset for people who are new to VR or people who have a Quest 2 and want to upgrade. If you're used to a Quest 3, it's going to feel kind of like a downgrade in hand. The build quality feels a little bit cheaper. It, of course, comes with a terrible stock facial interface and head strap that you're going to have to replace right out the gate. But overall, good impressions, especially at a low price. Anyone new, Quest 2 upgrade, or if you have a Quest 3 and you really want a decent extra headset to play co-op with friends, all good options.
Hello, Autoworldly here. I just got to try out the Quest 3S and I was super impressed with the quality of the visuals and how well it ran for being such a cheap, affordable headset, and I would definitely recommend it to anyone that is just starting out in VR.
What's up, guys? Tribe Grey Wolf here, hanging out by the pool. Yesterday we tried the 3S. Oh yeah, the Quest 3S. Sorry, it's in the morning, and I loved it. I think it's a good choice for people who aren't in VR at all, or people who have the Quest 2 and then they want to like future-proof themselves, because you're going to be good for a good while with mixed reality and with the chipset that's in it, so you'll be able to play some rad games. So that's my take.
Hello, my name's David. I got to try out the Quest 3S. My favorite part about it was actually the running of the games felt kind of the same as the Quest 3. I got to play Batman, and getting to play it, I really didn't feel much of a difference between the Quest 3 and the Quest 3S. So I don't think a lot of people are actually gonna be able to tell.
And that was today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, maybe I can guilt you into a thumbs up, some comments, subscribing. You know, after all, my heart almost gave out trying to cover MetaConnect for you guys. All right, jokes aside, as you can see, I'm still a little shooken up, but in good spirits. I'm dedicated to this. You know, I love doing this for a living. But yeah, I'll see you guys on next time. Thanks for being here. Peace out.